What's up folks, Kempas here. We are somewhere in Chernerus and we're going to find food and not starve. Just to make things a little bit harder, it's raining. I don't actually know where we are in Chernerus and I don't have my starter fruit. This is going to be a little bit more of a challenge, but we'll see how we get on. These wires would suggest that we are heading towards the town, so we're going to follow these. We've got yellow hunger, yellow thirst, we are light blue cold. I've also made sure to join the most high pop official Chernerus server that I can find. That way it's going to be a bit trickier for us to find food, because it's possible that people will have come through the places we're looting before us. But I've actually not starved to death in Chernerus for a good while. And that's not me boasting, it's just familiarity with where food is. We've just turned red hungry. Nothing in there suggests that someone's come this way. At least since the last server restart. Okay, we've now gone red thirsty as well. So we are dying double quick. You do lose health extra quick if your hydration and hunger are both in the red. Right, we've seen a town. Let's head over here and see what we can find. So I believe this town is called Muster. It's just sort of northwest of Electro. The hatchet is good. It's a nice thing to find. We'll just equip that there. And let's have a little look around for food. Let's get some clothes. Make sure that we can warm up a little bit. There may be a bit of food around here. This is a very small town, so it's important that we check everywhere. Some 22 rounds, okay. This looks like it's been properly, thoroughly looted. Gun, is good. Gives us the option to hunt if we can at some point. That's warmer, so we'll put that on. As I say, we're going to check every single building here. See what we can find. More 22, interesting. Switch those out so we're less wet. We could make a fire here to get warmer, but we'll be losing health while we do that, so it's important that we prioritise finding food first. That's good, that's a good find. Can fill this up with water. Okay, we are white temperature, which is good. First zombie may have some food. Matches, okay. So we can start a fire. That'll make us warmer as well. We'll put that on. The zombies are occasionally a good source of food, so we do want to fight these. There is a well here, so we can at least slow the rate at which we're dying. Someone's made a fire. Looks like maybe they took all the food with them. Any food in here? They do sometimes have food in the hip sacks or the bum bags. Not this time. Good to check cars as well. Looks like this one's been fully checked though. We'll take the jeans. We can make a rope. I've got a separate video on how to make a rope as well. And it's not just with rags. Let's sort this out. Switch those. We can at least slow the rate at which we're dying with some water. So we'll drink as much as we can. This zombie was not killed by me, so it looks like we got here just after someone. That's probably why there's no food here. But we'll just fix what we can fix. And at the moment that's hydration. Fully hydrated, we'll just top that up. I don't think we checked this one. We'll check this one quickly. What have we got? Hoodie. Ah, there we are. Our first bit of food. People don't always check the top of fridges, so that's a nice thing to find. It won't do much for us, but it's a start. That may have just spawned in for us. It may have been missed by whoever came through previously. Important not to sprint as well at this point, because I've had some food. Obviously if I stop, you can see the 3 arrows are going up on hunger. If I keep moving, that'll go to 2. Probably. There we are. If I move, or if I run, it goes to 2. If you move less, you use less energy. Right, okay, so we've got a little bit of food, that's good. We are at Muster, so our options are to stay here or move on. And I think, honestly, the best thing to do is move on. So you can see that we're regenerating health as well. Now that arrows have switched to down on hunger, our health regen is going to start to reverse and health will start depleting. Now I'm going to start sprinting because we're not getting any more calories. And speed is of the essence. It didn't happen in Muster, but if chickens spawn in, they're often a very easy and quick way to get food. assuming you've got a blade that you can cut them up with. They don't provide much in terms of energy, but they'll keep you going. Let's have a little look at this. So we've got Staroy on the bottom 3. Staroy, Olenka, Shakovka. Staroy, I don't normally go there for food because it's pretty dangerous, but it is the closest place, so let's do that. 0.7 kilometers up the red trail to the right. So we've got some essentials, which is good. We've got a cooking pot, which we can store water in. We've got a couple of blades, which is good. We can make a fire. We've got matches. We're well dressed, and at the moment we're not at risk of getting sick because we're not wet and we're not cold. There's Staroy over there. You can see our hunger's just hit flashing red. Also, because I'm sprinting, my hydration is going down quickly, but that's not a problem. Obviously, we've got the cooking pot. Can of unknown. That is okay. Unknown food will make you a little bit sick. I'll eat it if I need to. I don't right now. I'll keep it on me for emergency. If your blood is full and you're in good health, generally eating that isn't too much of an issue, to be honest. Crossbow. Excellent. Means we can hunt. There's a little bit of loot around here, which is nice. Nothing here food-wise, okay. Again, just checking everything just to make sure. Even if someone's been through, they may not always check every single building. Shotgun there, does that have anything in it? It does, okay. We may soon be yellow health here, which is slightly more concerning. We'll take that one because it's not bright white. Insulation doesn't matter quite so much now. IJ. Okay. Sharpening stone, very good. Obviously my priority here is food, but if we're coming across anything useful, it's worth taking. Okay, nothing on the fridge. Lots of clothes, no food. Okay. Compass. Take that. We're going to come over this side because it will give us a chance to look down and see if we can see anyone in the town. Hopefully not. Unless they're friendly, of course. Can of peaches. Nice. So that's really good. Unfortunately, we do only have a hatchet to open it. So if you look, when we open this, you'll see a bar. If you open it with a knife or a can opener, you'll get more out of it. A can opener, you'll get the full amount. But open it with a hatchet will probably give us 75. Or see this line under here? Probably about 60%, but that's okay. That should get us back to about yellow in terms of hunger. And it gives us a little bit of hydration as well. Those peaches were chilly, so eating them will make you a little bit cooler. If you're already cold and you're worried about your temperature, put them in your bag or a bit of clothing to warm up, and then you can have them a bit later. More unknown foods. That's 2 unknown foods we've got now. Again, you're good to run around while you've got the 3 up arrows on your hunger. It's like free movement, if you want to think of it that way. I thought I heard some sheep earlier. I did. There's a goat over there. So that's really good. I'm going to check these houses though, see if there's any more food. Obviously we did find a crossbow. Duct tape is useful. Take the holster. I definitely always recommend checking most houses. If you're finding nothing, it's best to move on. Obviously we weren't finding food earlier in Muster, but it was important we checked all of them because we really needed food. But in general, if you've got higher health, if you're not finding food, best to move on to the next part of the town or the next small village or town. It makes more sense to do that. So these are fruit trees. You may find things under these sometimes, if people have been in the area, or if you've been in the area for a while. We haven't been here that long, so not likely to find anything. So we're just going to check every house here, and then we'll go over and hunt. Yeah, so not much food at all. So far we're getting by on chocolate bar and a can of peaches. But the important thing is that you just keep surviving until you thrive. That's good. Oh, with a mag as well. And we have some 22 rounds. It's a bit of a win. Because we've got the MK2, I can drop the crossbow, but I am still going to use it for hunting. Good to have one suppressed weapon. Of course, the MK2 is naturally suppressed, but the crossbow is great for animals as well as Zeds. So we're already back to red hunger. At this point, there may be other food around, but our best bet is to go and hunt that goat, I think. And we'll take that because that's warmer. Also going to take this hiking jacket because it's more inventory space, but also it's water resistant, so it doesn't get quite as wet. Bit more food there. Okay, and a P1. Nice. I don't generally take this big bag because it's massive, but we will because it's not red and because we want to take as much meat as we can. So yeah, obviously animals are a good source of food. You can often get by once you know where to find food. Obviously I didn't start in a starter town. It's a good idea to get a load of food before you leave or you spawn, if you can. What we want to do now is find a nice place to cook. And because we've got this, we can actually boil the meat because we've got water in the pot. Pop these on these other cooking and smoking slots. Okay, the boiled meat will take a bit longer than the roasted meat or baked. And when things are cooked first, they're red with a red background. You can't eat that. I mean, you can eat it, but it will hurt. So, and if you're cooking in a house, someone can see because of the smoke. So just be mindful of that. As soon as it goes orange, it's warm, you can eat it. And if you've been hungry, it will be a lot of food that you can manage. And to be honest, we'll probably get through all of these steaks. Because we've had so little food to this point, our survivor's virtual stomach is empty. But we'll be fully fed. And we won't need food for a little while. Stomach symbol means you're full. Don't eat beyond that because you will throw up and be sick. And you lose hydration as well as energy from doing that. So there you are. That's how you find food in DayZ, from no spawn fruit and not knowing where we were, to finding a chocolate bar, finding a can of peaches, hunting, cooking, and having a decent character to carry on with. Appreciate you. Catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Bye bye.